Hola, ¿cómo están todos? No puedo creer que por fin Facebook, bueno, esto no es Facebook ni Instagram, es YouTube. Por fin YouTube me está dejando hacer live videos, se los juro, porque antes con YouTube no me habían dejado porque pues no estaba dentro de el sponsorship. Bueno, estuve mucho tiempo en el sponsorship con YouTube, para los que no saben cómo funciona YouTube. Después de que juntas ciertos followers, te dejan ser como un partnership y ahí es cuando vas generando ingresos porque ponen comerciales y todo eso. Y como dejé mi cuenta por muchísimo tiempo, como se dan cuenta, hola, mucho gusto, hola de nuevo a todos. Y lo había dejado, entonces YouTube me había dejado el partnership y ya no podía hacer lives. Pero ahorita otra vez me están dejando hacer lives. Ok, qué milagro, qué bueno. Pero hola, ¿cómo están todos? Para los que no me conocen, mi nombre es Dana, alias Dannalicious. Y hace mucho que no, como pueden ver, miren ahí. Oh, hay cosas aquí muy diferentes, pero es un retouch on, retouch off. O sea, eso es con un filtrito, sin un filtrito, que no le veo mucho la diferencia. Pero bueno, qué padre que puedo hacer lives y me gustaría que a ver si alguno de ustedes se conecta. Ya sé que es un domindrinky, pero bueno, ¿saben qué? Hasta eso me da mucho gusto que no haya mucha gente conectada. Creo que veía más gente conectada en mi Instagram. Para los que no me conocen, estoy en Instagram y estoy en Facebook también, que lo hice en mi cuenta personal. Yo lo hubiera hecho en mi cuenta de Facebook de Dannalicious, pero ahí estamos, así que si gustan seguirme, pueden seguirme en esas redes, que soy un poquito más como que activa en Instagram, pero yo creo que vamos a estar más activos aquí en YouTube ahorita que ya puedo empezar a hacer lives y puedo platicar con ustedes. Y ¡ay, qué padre! La verdad es que me da muchísimo gusto poder estar aquí con ustedes el día de hoy. Y para los que no sepan, update, no sé cuándo tú me empezaste a seguir, si me empezaste a seguir desde hace añísimos, que hace años que estoy con mi canal de YouTube. Pero, ¿qué ha sido nuevo de Dannalicious? Bueno, a lo mejor te habías quedado que tardé muchísimo tiempo para lograr la residencia, trabajé en construcción, invertí, de hecho sigo invirtiendo en el stock market. Y ahorita, ¿qué es lo que pasó con la vida de Dana? Porque Dana se fue a Europa, le encantó Europa, y ahorita Dana, ¿en dónde está Dana? Dana estaba en Rhode Island hace unas semanitas, oiga, no me he dado cuenta que aquí tengo un granillo. Pero bueno, Dana se fue a Rhode Island bueno, estaba ahí hace 4 días y después de ahí se me pasó la oportunidad de venir aquí a Playa del Carmen y la verdad es que ha sido un blessing, como una experiencia muy bonita que ni yo creo que estoy viviendo esta vida que estoy viviendo ahorita. ¿Y qué va a pasar en los siguientes meses? Bueno, ahorita pues, los que no saben, renuncié a todo en mi vida en Canadá. Renuncié a mi trabajo, que me iba bastante bien y casi no hacía nada, y ganaba bastante bien. Renuncié a pues, esa vida tan bonita que tenía. Corté con mi novio, que tanto lo quería, y yo creo que fue esas veces que más me pegó. Perdón que me distraiga, pero quiero poner aquí, a ver si me pueden pasar algunos comentarios, porque me gustaría escucharlos, me gustaría saber question and answers. Ok, bueno, ahí pueden preguntarme cualquier cosa. Wow, qué padre. Ok, drag it there. Ok, no lo sé. Discúlpenme, start question and answers. Disculpen, es la primera vez que hago esto. Así que si tienen alguna pregunta, ask questions. Tic, 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 tic. La verdad no sé, la primera vez que estoy intentando esto, les digo, hace muchísimo que no hacía lives, videos aquí en YouTube, qué padre. Y también hay Mirror Side, Underwater. ¿Por qué sirven tantos estos filtros? ¿Realmente la gente lo usa? No creo que la gente use estos filtros. Light on, light off, que se ve igual, lo mismo que eso. Green screen, oh, puedo poner green screen. ¿Ya ven todo lo que puedo hacer? Oh, ching, ¿qué hice? Oh, ahí guardé la cámara. Perdonen chicos, perdonen. Yo sé que soy nueva en esto, pero así uno empieza. Bueno, ahí está ese cuadrito de Ask me a question. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Hola Dylan, Jared, inglés o español. Hello. English or Spanish? I don't know. So it's been a while I haven't done live videos in YouTube because YouTube pretty much limited me to make live videos because I was not with the partnership anymore. Spanish, ok, español. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Y cuánto tiempo llevas aquí? ¿Me conoces? Porque generalmente varios me conocen en persona, entonces a veces luego tengo que estar preguntando. Hi, so you live in Rhode Island? No, just a change. Mexico. No, I used to live in Rhode Island. Well, I was there 4 days ago. I recently moved here to Playa del Carmen. This is my third day in Playa del Carmen. And I was just there. Are you from Rhode Island or how come? I don't know you. Oh, well, we can always change that. Now you know where I am, and I love meeting new people. So, with us, Dylan, I don't know you. Yeah, so I love meeting new people, and that's part of this journey that I just wanted to start doing. You know, like when I went to Italy, I didn't put any on my YouTube. Maybe I should have. I should make some beautiful videos because I went for, I think it was a month and a half, almost 2 months, traveling around Europe, Italy, Germany, France, London, Switzerland. It was beautiful, Spain, and then you go away. Oh, I'm sorry. So you were from Rhode Island? Don't worry, I might be going back. I love Rhode Island, and actually my sister lives there, so that's why I got the opportunity to be there for a little bit. Voy a quitar, I think I'm gonna take off this ask me a question. I don't even know how can I take that off. But anyways, so yeah, I'm pretty much right now here in Playa del Carmen. I forgot what I was talking about. Estaba olvidando qué es lo que estaba hablando. Pero la verdad es que estoy muy emocionada. I'm really excited. I can't believe I'm living this life. I always wanted to live, you know, like this thing, like there's a golf course, just like walking distance from this beautiful place. I think this is like a paradise. In the morning, I can use the pool whenever I want. It's not like, you know, when you go to a resort and then they let you like, no, it's closed at 7 p.m. Why they close it? It's like the chemicals or whatever, right? But in here, no, I can actually get there. And there is a cenote down there. Like it's such a beautiful place in here. So yeah, I was actually going to the beach like half an hour ago, but I started doing my live videos. So if you guys want to follow me, I am actually in Instagram, Dannalicious with H at the end. I am more active on Instagram than I am actually here on YouTube. And yeah, Dylan, by the way, why did you start following me if my YouTube channel is usually in Spanish? Some people, they start following me because I was doing a lot of investings. I still invest in the stock market. I don't do options or nothing like that. I do cryptos. It's been a while I haven't done cryptos because cryptos kind of like were a little bit on support levels. If you don't know what support level, it's like the stock market, right? It's like up and down, up and down. It's like a little graphic. And when you go to the highest thing, that's resistance. That's pretty much, that's the highest up. It's like, for example, if you buy milk and the milk you've seen it at the store that the highest price is $3, right? And then when you get it on sale, then you know what's the minimum price that you should pay for the milk in this instance, right? So then the milk costs like $1.50, then you know the milk is on discount. That's when you want to buy. And usually when people are selling, that's when you want to start buying. Like for example, cryptos, I think it went down and Bitcoin went down. I think it's a good time to buy. Although cryptos is a little bit more ishy because there is really not much value. Pretty much everything is just what the people do value. But anyways, that's a different topic. If you guys, I can do another topic about investments. That I love investments and I don't know much. I studied day trading for about almost 2 years and it was fascinating. I wish I could go back, but I have other projects on mind right now that require my time. Just a change. Maybe in the future you can do a video with the title "It's possible live out of YouTube because everyone leaves and come again." For me, great to see you again. Hi, hola. Yeah, well, I never live out of YouTube. When I first started my YouTube channel, I got into the sponsorship very quick. One of my videos went very viral, and it's funny because I usually edit my videos. If you see my first videos, I edit them and I spend hours editing those videos. And the video that went viral, it was the first video that I did, like, you know, with my camera, and I started recording just because I was like, I'm gonna put this video there. And I started recording about the streets in Saskatoon and talking about how I started my life in Canada and the trades. And I made only one comment. The comment was, because my boyfriend back in the day used to be my boss. And I said like, he used to be my boss, now I am the boss. I said that in Spanish. And that comment brought me like so many comments, like people, oh yeah, you only, oh guys, that's the only way that you can get ahead of life, just because it went that route. And I remember the next day when I woke up and I started seeing all these messages and comments, I didn't even see, like I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I didn't know what was going on, and I actually got upset by what people were saying, because I really worked very hard, and I never used any of my partners to move to Canada. All the contrary, I think the boyfriend that I was dating at the time, he used me. And anyway, that's another long story. I don't even know if I have that story on my YouTube channel. But anyways, that's what I was so offended. And then finally, I started like realizing that actually that brought me a lot of subscribers, a lot of people that were following me, and a lot of people that were curious about my life in Canada, how I moved in there, how I did it. And then I started talking about, I think I put some videos in there when I was building my house. For the ones that don't know me, I'm a red seal carpenter. I had to do construction in Canada. That was the only way that I could find that I can move to Canada. And at the same time, I could invest in the real estate, because I used to learn a lot of Robert Kiyosaki, and I was so amazed by investings. And if you never heard that game, it's called Cash Flow. It's such a good board game. It's like Monopoly, but it's between Life, the game, and Monopoly. But it's all about investments, and it's so true with the real life. And that's where I learned how to actually do the stock market, because when you're on the game, you can buy stocks in the game. And that's where I was like always curious. And then when I was in Canada and I started getting some money, I wanted to use that extra money that I was saving and put it into the stock market to see if that was real. And yes, it was real, but you have to be very, very careful. That's another topic. But going back to your question, amigo, making money out of YouTube, no. I think the way that you can make money out of YouTube is through sponsorships, a business or a product that you're selling. I think that's why it's so important to have a social face, pretty much like your brand. In this instance, for example, I don't know what I'm gonna be working next. I started a business. I'm developing apps, by the way. How did that I end up in construction, industrial designer, construction, graphic designer, and now building apps? That's another video that I can tell you later. And a business that I'm doing, I have this business for the last 5 years, started as a cleaning company, and then upgraded into like a marketplace and building my own app. It's been a roller coaster, but yeah, that's what I want to come back to my social media and to know you guys. I really love talking to people, learning about what are you going through your life. Everybody has something to share, not just me. That's what I love, being in this kind of like questions and answers. But anyways, I don't want to steal so much of your weekend, guys. I really want to go to the beach. I don't even know what I'm making a video. Honestly, I was going to put my swimming suit, and I was like, wait a minute, because I'm putting videos on Instagram every day. And I was like, I wonder if this time I change it and I do a live video instead of editing. I don't want to edit today or do any boomerang videos. So I was just about to get ready, put my swimming suit and go to the beach. But yeah, I started with Instagram, then my Facebook, and then I tried YouTube. That's what I was so excited to know that we're here. Dana, if I may call you that, yeah, whatever you want to call me, darling. Dannalicious, Dana, whatever. I'm asking why you didn't stay in Canada. That's the $1 million question for another video. I think the Canadian perfume suited you. Oh, thank you very much. I love Canada. I actually miss it so much. When I was in Rhode Island, I was like, I think I'm going back, and the boyfriend, the ex, he was like, ugh, it was so hard. Later, I'll tell you more about it. I love Canada. And why did I leave Canada? I think Canada right now, it's going through an economy stage. Back in the day when I moved there, I think it was easy. It's still easy to make money, but I don't know. I went back there and it didn't move me anymore. Something inside me was telling me, because after my trip, I love my trip. I met a lot of people. I love traveling. It's weird, but I love being on airplanes. That's weird. And I love being able to be working on my computer. I never had a job that I can be at my computer and create an income. When I was in Italy, through my business, I was actually generating like income. Like, because when I went to my trip, I saved my money, and then I was like, this is the budget for my trip, and I really used that money. So for me, because why? Because my business was actually facilitating me to with the trip, right? That's why I didn't spend that much. And I was thinking, ooh, my business is actually supporting me to have this kind of lifestyle. I'm gonna be 100% fully committed to my business. And that's why when I came back to Canada, I was like ready, and I was like, I'm gonna leave everything. I wanna start working for my computer, and I did it. And when I was in Rhode Island, guess what happened? Instead of like focusing and saying like, I'm gonna create 10 more clients this month, I lost like 8 clients. So I went from up to down. It was very like overwhelming, but later on I tell you, maybe I think why that happened. There's so many reasons, right? But I think a lot has to do with how you feel, and I was not feeling that good. Sorry, I know I talked too much. I understand. Okay. Sorry, I took too much, but thank you for your question. And that's why, I don't know, I'll still know. I really want to try my life, like, since I was a kid, I think this is impossible. You always need to have your job. For me, actually, in all my jobs, every time that I want to go on holidays, nobody tells me you cannot do it. But now lately, I've been listening to people that I say like, let's go let's go to Florida next year or whatever. And people, they can't. People, they don't, this message is held for review. Just a second. Have hair in your armpits. I have hair on my armpits. What are you talking about, amigo? I see, that's funny. They almost like show. There you go. Chicano barra show. Ahí está. No sé por qué me había puesto que no podía ver. Interesante. Okay, I'm back to YouTube, so that's why maybe you're gonna see me a little bit up and down. But no, I don't have hair on my armpits, porque me estaba diciendo si tenía cabello en mis axilas. Hay gente que lo hace, yo no, I don't care, do you do you. Me, I like this, I like clean, I like especially when I'm at the gym. I think it'll be very uncomfortable having hair on my, which this hair sometimes gets in there, and yes, like I will be like turn around, I was like, it gets stuck everywhere. I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of hair. But anyways, well, thank you guys for being here. I don't want to steal more of your weekend. I'm gonna be doing more live videos. Thank you for your questions. I love questions. I will be asking you questions as well, guys. Les voy a estar haciendo también a ustedes preguntas. Me encantan sus preguntas, me encantan sus comentarios, excepto este bueno, no me importó la verdad, pero pues bueno, comentarios un poco más. Amigo, por favor, estamos aquí en support each other, de qué te trajo aquí, qué haces aquí, por cierto, aparte de estar criticando. No es cierto, no. Aquí buenas vibras, chicos, buenas vibras. Pero bueno, ya los dejo, que voy a ir a la playita, voy a descansar. Y pues gracias por estar aquí, nos estaremos viendo pronto. We're gonna be seeing each other all the time, I'm pretty sure. I really hope. Thank you for being here, guys. Los quiero. Nos vemos. Adios. And thank you, Just a Change, for your questions. Very beautiful.